Good evening, Boom Beach. You're watching Snugglesplays and I'm your host, the one, the only. Yes, it's your favourite Boom Beach girl. It's me, Snuggles. Hello, everybody. Hello to all my fans and followers and everyone out there in the Boom Beach community. I hope you're all having an absolutely super duper fantastic day wherever you are in the world, guys. Today I am bringing you War Factory for tomorrow, Thursday the 15th of August, and we have just done it in the last 5 minutes or so. We've just completed it, and as usual, guys, it's another very easy War Factory layout for my classic RZCM. So let's get into it and we'll talk through what we did. So I utilised all 5 attacks. Well, 1, 2, 3, yeah, all 5 attacks. Should have actually only been 4 attacks, but we just ran out of troops, just with a tiny bit of health left on the core. So yeah, let's just talk through what we did. I'll just pause it here for a minute to show you the layout. So this is the layout. As you can see, there were 2 shield gens. The shield gens, I remember from looking at it at the time, they added up to just over 2 million health for both of them. The shield in total was just over 2 million health. So as you can see on the right hand side over here, we've got mainly cannons, snipers, mortars and some grapplers. In the middle we've got some, well, not much really, some boom cannons, rockets, some more grapplers, flamethrowers, shock launchers, some more boom cannons over there, and 4 rocket launchers behind the core. So guys, as you can see, this is, it's like I say, I do really find that, call it 95% of all War Factory base layouts can be done very, very easily, and I think I've shown that time and time again, and I'll keep showing it with RZCM. RZCM is an extremely powerful troop combination, one of the absolute strongest in the game, not just for War Factory, for anything. Well, not anything, not operations, but I don't do operations, so that really is Yazookas all over. But for anything else in the game, PvP, War Factory, Dr. T, you can take down really strong opponents, even with lots of ice and shield gens with RZCM. And I will try in another video in a few days, maybe, to try and do a map clear with RZCM, as that is basically my go-to now. All the time I do map clears and everything with RZCM. So I just want to stress that. You might be thinking, oh, Snuggles, why do you keep doing War Factory with RZCM? Because I personally think that it's actually the best, or one of the best, troop combos that you can use to take down War Factory. And I know you're probably thinking, oh, but you would say that because you're a max level player. But you can even use RZCM even if you're not a max level player. Cryos, I know you get cryos late in the game, so for most lower level players you haven't got cryos, but you can do it without cryos, and you're right. Here's the beauty of it, guys. Your riflemen don't even actually have to be maxed to be able to use it as a viable, strong and powerful troop combination for PvP, War Factory, Dr. T, etc. Your riflemen just need to be strong enough to be able to take 1 mortar shot from a max mortar without completely dying. If they can take 1 mortar shot from a max mortar without dying, and don't forget, guys, if you also max out or get your med kits up to a really good level, and your medics as well, that will help as well. So you don't necessarily need max rifleman. Obviously it helps to have max anything for this game. But anyway, enough talk, guys, let's just jump in. This is the layout here. So what I decided to do was BART out these front 2 rocket launchers. Now I chose to BART them rather than bring Sparky in, because I wanted to see how much GBE it would take to get them down, and as you can see, I didn't quite get them down. There was only about 3,000 health left on them by the time I did that. That was all of my GBE on 4 barrage and 1 or 2 artillery. And also I wanted to clear some of these mines and boom mines in next to them on the left there. So that was my first attack. Almost got those 2 rockets down, but not quite. And here's my second attack, guys. In this attack, I left those 2 rocket launchers there for now, and I did bring Sparky in, and I decided to take her all the way over the back and have her take out those 4 rocket launchers. So that's what I did. I just speed this up a minute. Speed this up a little bit. So I brought her in here. I should have probably done some double hacks, but I was actually a little bit nervous that I'd cock up the double hack, so I just did it one by one, and I actually then run out of GBE to have her hack the last one. So I just threw my remaining GBE on it, and that was good enough for me. So there we go, that's the second attack, bringing Sparky in there. I wanted to do a mix of GBEing and Sparkying for the rockets and the shock launcher. So here is my third attack, guys. Third attack. I bring Sparky in again, and this time I get her to take out these 2 shock launchers at the front. Again, I didn't do the double hack. I was just a bit nervous of cocking it up. Just didn't feel quite comfortable doing a double hack, so I did it one by one. And then I think, oh yeah, there we go. I used the rest of my GBE to get rid of that rocket up top. And I get rid of the rocket launchers, these 2 rocket launchers down below. And then with my last bit of GBE, I think I threw a box of critters onto these mines. Yes, I do, to get rid of them. That will help us in the long run. I think I throw another one on this load of mines here. I think, pretty sure I do. Let's speed this up. And that's another thing, guys. In your tribes this week, or not this week, this cycle, one of the tribes is a critter spawn plus 50%. So if you max that out, guys, you get 50% more critters spawned from your gunboat. It's not from Sparky. It's not the critters that Sparky herself spawns. It's the critters that you can throw from your gunboat. So if you max out that gunboat, that critter spawn, that critters tribe, you will get 50% extra critters that you will throw from your gunboat. So that will really help you in clearing mines, etc., etc. So here on my 4th attack, this is where I bring in the troops now. So there we go. I throw a shock down on those flamethrowers and the grapplers at the front just to get my troops out and get a load of critters spawning. Right, and then I throw a load of critters on the shock mines to distract the doom cannons, and then I start shocking the doom cannons. And like I always say in every war factory, I just let them clear. Let them clear. Just letting them walk up naturally, clearing. I continue to throw shocks onto those doom cannons until I run out of energy for shocks, and I'm just letting them continually clear up the front line. Probably should have actually reflared them at some point, probably round about now. But those 2 doom cannons were still up, and I thought if I reflare them, the doom cannons are just going to pick them off as they're walking back to the flare, and I'll end up with like no troops. I thought I'm just going to let them go, just going to let them clear what else they can clear, and just let them die out. And as you can see here, guys, I ended up with the last few Zookas. Had I actually had more Zookas, or had I maybe reflared or done something else differently, I might have actually been able to get this down. You see, there's not that much health on the headquarters. I checked afterwards, and it was actually about 111,000 health on there. Wasn't convinced that with my GBE of only 2 statues, I could get that down with just barting it, and didn't want to take the risk. So retrained my troops, and just came in again and took War Factory down on the last attack. So what I did was I threw them all in. I flared them up over here to the far left-hand side. And you might be wondering, why did I do that? Well, I did that because as you saw there from the last attack, these two Doom Cannons were still up. I was hoping that in that general clear from the previous attack that they would actually clear all three of those Doom Cannons, but unfortunately they didn't manage to. And I wanted to get rid of the Doom Cannons before I approached the core, otherwise they would have just been taking out my riflemen, and that would not be good. So I flared them all up to the far left hand side and threw out a load of critters to distract the Doom Cannons. I didn't need to shock them therefore, because I had so many critters around them to distract them, and also my cryos were slowing them down. I bartered out the two flamethrowers at the front there, in front of the core, and then I just let them make their way naturally up to the core there and finish it off. So there we go, guys. Nice and easy. What could be simpler? Like I always say, if I was going to recommend any troop to those of you out there, regardless of what level you are, if you're struggling with War Factory, like I said, regardless of what level you are, if you're struggling with War Factory, please do try RZCM like I do. And like I said as well, if you're not max level, if you haven't got max level troops, it doesn't mean you can't use them. I mean, you probably won't have cryos to use, but that doesn't matter. You can use them without cryos. And like I said, if you'll know when you're ready to use RZCM, like I said earlier, if your riflemen are able to take one mortar shot in the face from a max level mortar without them dying. If they can survive one mortar shot from a max level mortar without dying, and of course you've got your medics there, they will lose a lot of health, but you've got your medics there to heal them back up. If you've got med kits at a really good, decent level, that will help as well. But if they can survive one shot from a max level mortar and survive that, then that's how you know you're ready. And how do I know that? Well, do you know what? I owe that to an old Boom Beach YouTuber now, who I believe has stopped doing Boom Beach videos, called Sol Rakotes. I don't think I'm pronouncing his name right. Sol Rakotes. I'm not sure how he pronounces his name, but Sol anyway for short. Some of you may remember him from ages ago. He is the person that got me into RZCM right from the very beginning. I watched his videos on how he was explaining how they are so strong and powerful, and basically when I saw him do it and then I tried to do it and I was successful in taking down player bases with it, I was hooked. And I've been with RZCM ever since, and it's worked very, very well for me. So yeah, and he was the one who said in one of his videos that I watched, if you're ready for RZCM, if your rifleman can take a mortar shot to the face from a max level mortar and survive. If they can survive that, then they're ready. So that's my advice to you guys. Let me know how you get on with War Factory this week. Let me know if you managed to do it or not, what you do it with, and all that kind of fun stuff. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down below. If you're new to the channel, hello and welcome, and thank you for joining us. And if you like what you see and you like my other content, please feel free to have a look back through some of my other videos. But if you generally like my content, if you like what you see, please consider subscribing, and also smash that like button for me and leave a comment if you would. That would be greatly appreciated. Anyway, guys, as ever, that's it. That's all I've got to say. War Factory, again, done and dusted for this week. As ever, guys, keep booming, and I'll see you in the next one. Snuggles is out. Bye!